Globally, 2024 marked the deadliest year on record for humanitarian aid workers, with 383 killed. By mid-2025, another 248 lives had already been lost, with Nigeria among the most affected countries. This year's World Humanitarian Day is dedicated to honoring the brave men and women who risk everything to save others, often paying the ultimate price. According to the United Nations, aid workers in conflict zones are increasingly targeted, making their mission even more dangerous. TV360's Faith Joseph completes the report.
In conflict zone and disaster across Nigeria, humanitarian workers bring hope and relief amid peril. Yet, their dedication often comes with fatal risks, kidnappings, attack, and even deadly ambush. Between 2020 and 2024, there were 79 report incidents affecting 49 aid workers, including kidnapping, ambush, and murder. In one of the habitual cases in Borno State, northern Nigeria, aid workers delivering food and medical support were ambushed and killed. For many Nigerian local staff, international frameworks offer little protection on the ground. Making World Humanitarian Day, humanitarian workers are urging the Nigerian government and local community to enforce stronger measures against armed groups that attack aid workers and vulnerable civilians.
The rate at which people or governments are now violating IHL, whereby aid workers are now having issue on the field, some of them are being killed and the likes, is because there has not been a very serious level of consequences for those who had at one time flouted these laws. If the consequences have been tightened, if there has been very serious political will on the part of the government of the countries, as well as from the ICC, I think the rate at which people are flouting this regulation will have come down.
In Nigeria, the National Assembly, they must have signed a law, and the president of the country must have signed a law that recognizes Red Cross and the international humanitarian laws, which says some people who are civilians should not be shot at, and also the prisoners of war should not be used also as maybe for experiments or for any form of torture.
Health workers are also calling on the traditional and local leaders to actively engage in stimulation and awareness program led by humanitarian group to enhance community involvement in humanitarian response.
One of such is our involvement in ensuring that their daily living is not really impacted. So whenever many of them are displaced like that, if they are fortunate, some of them will find themselves in IDP camps, and even at IDP camps, you see humanitarian workers working day and night to ensure that they help them, they alleviate their suffering, they assist them to stay have a basic comfort.
We have what we call early warning system. That is, we give orientation to local community through the gatekeepers, that is the local chief, the CDA, and also different groups in that community. We engage them, we tell them the implication of not responding, not acting fast.
As conflict disaster epidemic surge, citizens are urged to volunteer with humanitarian organizations and help protect vulnerable lives.
Actually, the strength of most humanitarian organizations like Red Cross is based on the number of volunteers who are trained from time to time on different areas. We equally have a platform in the Red Cross where the volunteers can get themselves busy and do a lot of courses, which we empower them to have a better knowledge on how to work during any form of emergencies.
On the World Day Humanitarian 2025, Nigerian joined global call #ActForHumanity. Humanitarian workers demand strong laws, sustainable funding, empowered community to protect those who protect others. Faith Joseph, TV360, Lagos.